I know you've probably walked past okra because 1, you don't know how to cook okra, and 2, the sliminess turns you off. Today I'm here to convince you on how to cook non-slimy okra, which is going to turn out very delicious. So we are going to be making some delicious okra curry, which is going to be not slimy at all. Just look at that. We have no sliminess. It's going to be delicious over some rice, chapati. Yum. And each bite is going to be so good. Oh wow, very delicious. You can enjoy the curry as is because we have some potatoes, or you can pair with your favorite side dish. Okra, also known as ladyfinger, is the key ingredient, and I've already chopped mine, and I have some whole ones for you to see how okra looks like if you have never come across some okra. Also, you're going to peel around 4 medium potatoes, chop into bite-sized pieces just like this. Prep up some tomatoes. We have onions, coriander, garlic, tomato paste, a few spices which you're going to find listed in the description box, together with a few other ingredients. Okra is slimy in texture, and the sliminess reduces irritation in the stomach and in the digestive system. It's high in fiber, rich in vitamin C and K, and also is high in antioxidants, which protect you against inflammation in your body. Also, okra is a good source of folate, so if you're pregnant, this is the vegetable for you to be enjoying weekly or even daily, instead of taking those tablets. So I'm going to proceed to cook my delicious okra curry by placing a pan. You can place a pot over medium-high flame. Then I'm going to be adding in around 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. Wait for around 30 seconds for the oil to get hot. The first step is going to be reducing the sliminess in the okra. So you're going to fry your okra for around 2 to 4 minutes at most. So I'm going to carefully drop in the okra, which is chopped up into bite-sized pieces, in my pan. Make sure it's super dry because hot oil and water don't mix. You don't want to splash oil all over your stove top. This is how okra looks on the inside. As you can see, we have partitions on the inside together with seeds. So now I'm going to use my spatula and stir in the okra so that it can fry on all sides. Once the okra is well fried, you're going to transfer back to your bowl. And once you're done frying your okra, it's going to have a nice golden brown color. So the next step is going to be using the same pan, the same cooking oil to fry your onions. And this is a medium onion, which I'm going to saute for around a minute until the onion is soft. My cooking oil is a little bit hot. So I'm going to add in my fresh garlic at this point and cook together with the onions until everything is smelling absolutely incredible. There's something about adding in some fresh garlic to your food because the aroma in your kitchen is always very good, and also the flavor in food is always fantastic because we have some nice garlic flavor and taste. When your onions are looking this lovely, you're going to add in 2 large tomatoes. Add in a heaping teaspoon of tomato paste, which is going to add in a very nice color to the curry, and also it's going to enhance that tomato flavor. I always have a can of tomato paste in my fridge because sometimes fresh tomatoes don't give you that perfect color in your food. So tomato paste does the trick. So I'm going to add in my potatoes at this point. And this is how your potatoes are going to be looking once fully coated with the tomatoes. So now you're going to add in a vegetable seasoning cube. half a teaspoon of paprika, cumin, curry powder, and a quarter teaspoon of turmeric. Add in some more salt. Toss the potatoes together with the spices. And immediately the spices hit the hot pan, they are going to get very flavorful. This is already looking so gorgeous. So now I'm going to add in 1.5 cups of water. Stir in. Then I'm going to cook the potatoes until almost ready so that I can add in my okra, and that is going to take around 4 to 6 minutes at most. So if you're going to be chopping up your potatoes huge, it's going to take a little bit longer for you to cook the potatoes until tender. And also, if you want to save some gas, just go for this medium pieces or small pieces so that the potatoes can cook very fast. I'm going to check the seasoning. We have a very nice flavor from the curry powder and cumin, which are warm spices. The turmeric is going to give the veggies a nice yellowish color, and the paprika is going to add in a nice color into the dish. This is how my potatoes and tomatoes are looking after 5 minutes. I'm going to check the seasoning. I'm going to add in a little bit more salt and sugar to balance the acidity of the dish. Stir in. My potatoes are almost cooked. So at this point, I'm going to add in my okra. Use my spatula and stir in the okra into the potatoes, the delicious sauce. Add in around a quarter cup of more water so that the potatoes can cook through, and so that the okra can absorb in the nice flavors. Once you add in the okra, avoid overstirring the dish because the okra is going to get very slimy. So just reduce the flames to medium low or to the lowest point so that the okra and potatoes can cook until ready, which is going to take around 2 or 3 more minutes of your time. Wow, just look at that. This is after 2 more minutes. And as you can see, the oil is separating from the tomatoes. The potatoes are cooked but not overcooked. This looks so yum. So now I'm going to garnish with lots of coriander and serve. I absolutely love how the okra has turned out. Actually, I'm enjoying the okra without the potatoes. Yum. This is a must-try recipe because okra is quite healthy and the combination of the curry is just delicious.